The Arctic blast continues into March. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Denise Douglas. Streets are still a mess after the most recent blast of wintry weather. A residue of snow and ice coated most of the roads as residents made their way around town on treated streets. And poor conditions proved to be a problem for some drivers. Others complained about navigating the slick roads while also having to watch out for others.
You gotta stay like 3 cars back from there. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, man. It is.
It's definitely hard on my car. I actually have to go and get an alignment today, so it's not easy at all.
It does make things a little difficult sometimes, but you know, you do what you do.
It's very hard to drive around, actually. Right there, especially when you're trying to turn, you're swiveling and turn, it could really cause accidents. They really should try to get it up a little faster and a little neater.
Be careful out there. Drivers are encouraged to use caution and travel at modest speeds on slick surfaces. Well, as you can see and feel, winter is not letting up on the region as the snow and ice made for an inconvenient commute this morning. Metro service did not start until 7 a.m. and ran under a moderate snow service plan. Some commuters complained about how difficult it is to adjust their day to a modified bus schedule.
I'm supposed to take F-13 from Woodford Chapel Road, 9:05, and it gets there like 9:51. So I was late, and I'm still late, waiting for the next bus.
Buses take too long, and sometimes they come early, sometimes they come late. I might just get on the train.
As long as the streets are bad, it's going to be a longer wait. So,
change plans, work from the office. Just you got to deal with the roll with the punches, I'd say.
Metro did return some buses to regular schedule later in the day, while others remained on snow detours. For more information on detour routes, visit Metro's website at WMATA.com. Well, a sad story related to the weather to tell you about. A Prince George's woman dies after shoveling snow. It happened yesterday in Bowie. Authorities say the 60-year-old woman began shoveling shortly after the snow stopped falling and likely suffered a heart attack. She was taken to a local hospital and pronounced dead. Health experts urge residents to be careful when shoveling snow. Don't overexert yourself and take frequent breaks. Sounds like a good idea there to me. With temperatures expected to dip below the freezing point, Prince George's County wants to remind you about its Warm Nights program. By dialing 211, a homeless person can arrange to be taken to a shelter for the night where they'll be provided with a meal and a bed. For more information about the county's hypothermia Warm Nights program, here's your number to call, 888-731-0999. Now, switching to politics, the Maryland Senate passes a bill that aims to protect transgender people from discrimination in housing, employment, and other areas. The measure, filed by Democratic Senator Richard Madaleno and sponsored by 24 other lawmakers, passed in its third reading, 32-15 this morning. Delegate Neil Parrott is among those who oppose the legislation, which refers to, as he does, as a bathroom bill. Parrott says he's concerned that the legislation opens up public facilities to everyone, which violates people's privacy and creates safety issues.
When we use the bathroom, we have really the right to privacy and the right to expect that it's going to be the same gender as the person. Like if I send my daughter into the bathroom, there's no way I want an adult man right next to her. So I think it's a pretty scary situation for parents and something that's very, very concerning.
The measure now moves to the House of Delegates for consideration. Well, it's not official yet, but every dog may have its day in Maryland. The Senate has unanimously passed legislation that would do away with labeling pit bulls as inherently dangerous. It's taken lawmakers nearly 2 years to address this policy. Supporters of the bill say singling out any type of dog causes many dog owners to choose between their pets and having a place to stay.
The Court of Appeals decided was that the owners of pit bulls are strictly liable for any damages that the dog inflicts. And the landlords of owners of pit bulls are also strictly liable. So what started to happen was landlords said to people who own pit bulls or anything that looked like a pit bull, get out. And it put families in a position of either giving up their pet or giving up their home. Our bill fixes that.
The bill will now go before the House for a vote. Well, you're watching CTV News Tonight. I'm Denise Douglas.